All right, so this is the round 6 of the Eternal Weekend Library of Alexandria event. I have a very strong artifact base here, but no blue mana. But I'm on the draw. I have a Force of Will. I also have a Taxium Probe for a redraw. I'm willing to keep these hands typically. It's a little risky, but it's in the range that I like to keep, and I think there's a pretty reasonable payoff for keeping this. Jet, Lotus, Opal, fetch land, actually any of the lands, even non-black lands. So I'm pretty okay with keeping this kind of hand against anyone. All right, now opponent gets to know. They get to see what I'm working with. Lotus is not good for me. This is just going to be Doomsday. Oh, pretty good. I assume they're taking Force of Will and casting Doomsday this turn. Anything else would be kind of weird, right? You'll be able to see it on my screen no matter what, Devin, unfortunately, I think. I wonder what opponent's thinking about. Maybe they're just writing the hand down. They took Demonic Tutor. Do they have 2 Duress? Why would you take Demonic Tutor? Okay, you don't have a follow-up. Interesting. I sure... Oh, now they have a Thoughtseize. Are they going to take my Probe? They're down to... They took my Ponder. Okay. They have another one? Huh. I don't think I'm willing to probe, even though I could find a PO or something, because I do want to hold open Force, I think, for Doomsday. I'm not going to play out this Opal so they don't know what I drew, and I'm not going to play out this Mana Crypt so I don't take any damage. I mean, I don't think this is a bad spot for us. I think this is fine. I'm pretty okay with the spot we're in. Let's see what they do with this Preordain. Last time they bottomed both on Preordain. Top this one. Hit an Underground Sea. 2 cards in hand with 1 on top that they want. But how are they going to beat this Force of Will? They chose to take my 2 draw engines, but if I just draw a PO, I have Force back up for a PO for 4. Ooh, that's nice. This might be the first time Remora actually looks good today. Though I do wish we had something to follow this up with, but We still don't have to play Mana Crypt. We can play that next turn. I'm gonna hold this probe still. There's no reason. I'm in a really commanding spot right now. Thoughtseize hit my force. I mean, you got it. Do they have like I don't know. So be it. That's a lot of counter magic or a lot of not counter magic. A lot of discard. I have an active Remora, so I'm not super unhappy with this kind of trade. Citadel's not a great draw, no, but it's. I mean, all right, they took our blue card. Okay, I just don't care though. Hello, and thank you for attending my game. Force pitch tosses. What a weird game. Blue card? Game. Mystic Remora is an insane Magic the Gathering card. So does Doomsday. They pitched Thassa's Oracle for that. Yes. I'm 100% okay with pitching PO. This clock is going to be extremely fast if they cast any spells. I still have Remora. Yeah, I'm really surprised opponent never took my Force of Will. It's kind of a weird play to make. I know why they didn't. They didn't take my Force of Will because they had no action. But I don't think it's unreasonable to let Mentor be countered. But I like what are they gonna do? That's gonna I don't know. It doesn't seem. Oh, is that game? Mentor was playable. Main deck Hercules Recall coming in clutch as a storm card. That's just game, I think. Who needs PO, Raph, when you have baby PO? Hercules Recall basically does all the same things PO does, right? Exactly lethal. It's like way more than lethal. The lethal Hercules Recall off the top of the library for 13. All right, Mystic Remora looked real good in that game. So against Doomsday, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in Camball, Mindbreak Trap, Mystic Remoras, and Flusterstorms. We're going to take out Snow Covered Island, Hercules Recall, Night's Whisper, Heal. I want Narsets, I want Lavinias, I want Low Tutors, I want Fast Mana. So I guess we can leave one Night's Whisper. Take out the Repeals, take out the Night's Whisper, take out the Snow Covered Island, take out the Hercules Recall, bring in a bunch of counter spells. Yeah, this looks good to me. I didn't leave in I guess they don't play that. Never mind. There's still so many rounds of Magic to be played. Yes, we won game one. Opponent took all of our action, and we just killed them. No, we missed on breakers. We got 20th. We went 7-2. Are we doing it again? I think we're doing it again, chat. This looks very similar to our last hand where we don't have the mana to cast spells, but we have Force of Will, Mental Misstep, Probe, and if we hit any land or Moxen that's not an Opal, we can cast our Nice Whisper. I'm going to keep this hand. Bloodstained Mire, huh? Is this like Cyrus's Doomsday build? What is this Doomsday build? It seems a little different than normal. Because we know it's Doomsday. There's a Thassa's Oracle in game one that was pitched to a Force of Will. Yeah, I do know this is Doomsday. I just am trying to understand why they're playing a lot of discard. I mean, if they went for Ancestral here, which is incredibly likely, we're gonna blow them way the hell out. I guess they could have Daze. Oh, they went for Duress. Hmm. So I'm just looking for a land or a non-Opal Moxen. That's not a bad draw. Let's see what's in opponent's hand. 3 cards. Force of Will, Brainstorm, Ponder. Nice draw from Justin. Whisper. Nice. This is a good spot to be in. This is very similar to our last Doomsday match from, I think it was probably from this morning's tournament. Very similar, where we just had all counter magic to match for their things. Should you be pondering first here, or should they be brainstorming so they can shuffle off it if they need to? Isn't it more correct to lead brainstorm here? Is this another discard spell, or is this going to be Dark Ritual? If this is okay, I'm gonna let this happen. They're gonna Dark Ritual into Doomsday. I'm just gonna force the Doomsday. I guess I could let this happen per se, but I just don't want to. And then they're gonna force back, and I'm gonna trap the stack, and they're gonna have nothing. I'll trap the stack. That's fine. They're just gonna left with force. I'm actually just gonna let this happen. I want them to force. I want them to use all their cards. I mean, it's possible I'm supposed to let this resolve and just try to win the 5 card war. but you can't brainstorm into days plus blue card and have all of those things. That's not how brainstorm works on 2 cards. I'm sorry, on 3 cards, 1 card. What am I thinking? Alright, so opponent knows their top 2 cards. They have no cards in hand. We have a ponder and a fetched land to use with it. Ancestral on the top. I don't think we want Force of Will or Opal, but we don't have to choose right now. Maybe we should have chose right now. We probably should have chose right now, because if they do draw, like, a fluster off the top, then I don't really care about a fluster. Do I want this Force of Will? I don't think so. One fish, two fish, blue fish, blue fish? Play around trap. I actually can't tinker with this current board state and still have Flusterstorm back up. Not that I can resolve a not that I can not that Flusterstorm does very much anyways. Is there like a chance that I'm just supposed to go for like a cam ball here? Or a Narset? Maybe I'm just supposed to get Mana Vault and go for POs. Yogwell is the same problem. Probably fine though. Mentor's okay, but it taps me out. If I go for Mana Vault, I have like really good PO plays. Time Walk is not very good with my Remora. I don't think that's the case. I could go for Snapcaster Mage and then go for a Ancestral on the end step. It's kind of a tough choice, I think. I don't think I can resolve this if I don't like. There's a lot of spells I can't resolve, and Crypt's a good way to get wrecked by just like variants. Comp is like kind of interesting. If we fluster their fluster, they just pay for it. That doesn't really work ever here. Like I want to get Narset, but I can't protect it. The problem is I can't protect my PO from Flusterstorm, even with my own Flusterstorm, because they have a huge mana advantage. Handball taps me out again too. I think Lavinia is not great. I don't know. I'm not sure what the right play is, to be honest, chat. I'm not gonna PO this one. I really want to find a land or a Moxen so that I can have plus. It's a good one. No, if I had let Remora die, yes, but I wasn't prepared to let Remora die. I don't think Fluster's good enough because opponent can have their own Fluster. Opponent is on Doomsday, yeah. They can hardcast Forcible. No, they can't. This is only 4 lands. I lied to you. I'm gonna pay one more time here. Still looking for like 1 Moxen or 1 land. Oh, I accidentally attacked through. Ah, it's so bad. It just like lagged for a second and I clicked through it. That's really unfortunate. That would have made the clock way better. So do I go for a mystical? If I just get a Force of Will. Hopefully this 4 damage doesn't come back to bite me too hard. I want to be able to fight over something that actually matters. I'm looking for Mind Break. I guess Mind Break Trap and Misstep are both in the board, so it's just more Force of Wills. Not in the board, they're in the graveyard, I mean. So I have 3 Force of Wills left in my deck. Should be good enough, I think. I guess they could have Thassa Consultation here, and that would kill me. I don't think we played this game very well, but I also lost 4 points of damage. Yeah, I think they could have had Thassa Consult there and killed me. That's how we would have died from there. But I mean, I got Force of Will to protect from that, but they had Disruption, right? They still can have it. Yeah, that's the way I lose this game is Thassa Consult. I think we played kind of badly. I definitely wish we had, done 4 more damage. That would have actually helped a lot. But I just clicked through it. Vintage is great. Having a lot of fun. Hope you play tomorrow. Yeah. I was dead without Lavinia. I'm interested to hear how. Lavinia must stop. I wonder what Lavinia is stopping. Gush? Probe or something? Must be Gush, right? Has to be Gush. I think this game was really hard to lose if we had not missed our attack step. But I clicked through the attack step and that kind of put us in a really spot where we could lose. I think Demonic Consult was like a really big hole in my plan here. So, hmm. It has to be Gush, right? That's the only thing that matters in the sense with Lavinia, because you can't really do any probe things because you'll die pretty fast. So I assume it must be Gush. But how is Gush going to kill us, I guess? Maybe they had like a Doomsday pile with Gush? I'm not really sure. Gush, okay. Yeah, I wasn't super... I was really worried that you might have Demonic Consultation combo fuzz. That was a real hole in my plan. But I like have to keep Remora up, and I didn't really draw the cards to like do anything else besides that. I mean, I could have not tutored for Camball. I don't know. Camball seemed like a pretty good tutor there. Did you have a Fluster at all? I was like super worried about Fluster. If I like demonicked for Yogwill. I don't know. Kind of an interesting game. I mean, I think Force of Affair is a good card in a good call for the metagame. Oh, you drew the consult kill, but you were short. I see. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I really had no game against the consult here. You had a lot of land, so it was pretty hard for me to do anything with Flusterstorm. Because I think Force of Despair is very good against the Hollow One decks. I think it's a pretty reasonable call. Especially because not a lot of people play around it, too. There should be a pretty good clip of me getting wrecked by a Force of Despair. And I think, like, a good Hollow One draw is, like, one of the problems that Doomsday has. Doomsday doesn't really like seeing a good Hollow One draw, so Force of Despair gives them a little cushion versus it. Well, I can't Fluster this turn, unfortunately, because I've never got Metalcraft active. I was hoping every turn of this game to draw a Moxen to enable Metalcraft, so in my upkeep, I could Paradoxical Outcome, reset my board with Flusterstorm back up, but I just like couldn't draw that card. So the cards I drew were obviously very good, but they kind of were a little awkward in terms of like closing out the game without any problems. I mean, I accidentally missed an attack fuzz, so I'm not sure like how that changes the math of anything. Like I lost 4 damage for no reason just because like Moto lagged for a second and I clicked through it. So, yeah, pretty interesting game. Remora was obviously insane in this set. Remora looked really good. I mean, it's mostly here for decks like Doomsday, so